Hello.
Hello.
Hey, let's start with a black
Why do I
screen
hear
for
ringing?
15 seconds. See if that'll help the algorithm.
Yeah, 22
Yeah.
seconds,
Yeah.
technically. My last video, I accidentally left 22 seconds of just nothing in the first. Just in the
Really?
beginning.
On your vlog or your picker?
No, just in one of my picker videos. There were
I
just
think
22
it's
seconds
what
of
made
nothing.
that video successful.
The video did well, yeah. I think that was probably why. Or it
People
could
are
have
like-
been like the extremely uncomfortable Kevin in the last 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it. It
I'm
was
gonna
pretty
go
good
with the
stuff.
black screen.
Yeah, you think it was the black screen? It
Hack.
could have been. Look
It's a
at
hack.
Kevin. Kevin has now. It's Kevin's turn to be the card guy. Look behind him.
Oh, wow. Look at that. He's got
Kevin is
dinosaurs,
another card
Mortal
guy.
Kombat. He's got a
yeah,
ring
oh,
light,
sure.
apparently.
Huh?
Wow,
Yeah, I got a ring.
He's a TikTok guy.
No.
Looks
Kevin,
like you have a
TikTok-
ring light.
TikTok is so dead. Why do y'all still look at it? I don't
Why do
understand.
we look at it?
Yeah,
Well,
Dave's
I'm
always
po-
sending me links to stuff and like, what are we
I
doing
don't.
here?
I don't look at it. So I look at it like a little bit. Like the first 15 minutes I'm awake, I look at TikTok, and then I get on with my life. I don't.
I'm
I
like
don't
more of an
consume much
Instagram
TikTok.
guy because it's unhinged and doesn't follow anything that
Well, TikTok doesn't anymore either. Carrie. They
Instagram's
lost the
just
algorithm.
insane, and I don't know what's going on.
TikTok lost the algorithm, so like it's just random. Like the
So is
videos on
anybody
there are
making
so
money?
random.
Like the old
I love
lady
it. Like if
over
I
there?
get a hit, it's most of the time I just don't get the bonus that they give you. So like I had a good video, my last one, I did really well, and it's like
So,
we're not going
we
to
can't talk about content
allegedly pay you
creation
for that.
because
Oh yeah, well, we
there
can
are a
talk
lot of
about whatever
people-
we want.
A lot of people on Trash to Cash last week were like, "Man, it was such a great episode with Mel and Dave was talking about reselling and all this," and then all of a sudden it turned to content creation. They're like, "Why don't you make a totally different thing for
No.
content creation?"
Nope.
And you
now,
know,
Kevin, hold
could
on.
be
You're
right.
burying the lead.
yeah, I know. No, there's a lead. I know.
We
what
have
it
to
is.
talk about the fact that Mel was so much better than you. We have to
just
cover that first.
like a talented co-host with charisma
cordial.
and
She was
just
cordial.
yeah.
She was.
We talked about
kind,
reselling with her a
interesting.
bit. Yeah.
I would just say that
Just not spewing out sales and offering no context.
At no point did she say, "Oh, Pee Wee Herman backpack sold that on eBay for $4."
I have to say this though. I've got a few of those lined up. I have to say this, that part of it is because it was Mel and not me, you were better behaved. You asked
That
more
is true.
interesting questions. And
Yeah.
it was interesting.
That
and
is
it was
true.
good.
That
I
is
think,
true.
but it's because I'm more interested in her than I am you. I
Yeah.
already know everything about
Well, if
you.
you
I know
listen
about
to
your
me
depends and all
sometimes,
that.
you know.
Yeah, you're
You
like
don't
the
even
teacher
listen.
we want to terrorize.
Kevin,
in
if you had
class.
a really cool Australian accent, my attention would be rapt. I would be just listening to every word coming out your mouth. If you were the Aussie flipper, I would hear everything you
Yep.
said.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk
would
in
be
an
awesome.
Australian accent.
I wish
Let's see
you
if it
were.
works.
I can't. I don't have one. But the lead
Good day.
is the
day.
complete BS. I get messages like, "Why did you never show up?" I'm like,
Seriously though, why didn't you, Kev? We
"But,
were waiting
okay,
the whole time.
I was waiting the whole episode for Dave at
Why do
the
you-
end of it to say he wasn't going to come the whole
Why
time.
do you
No.
get weeks off? When I go on vacation, I gotta do like Starlink from like some hotel in Nebraska, just so I could be on this thing, and you just get to go peruse around or
If
whatever.
You
What
remember
were you
the
even
deal
doing?
At the beginning was I was going to get 1 week off a month, and that hasn't happened. And
Yeah.
there'd be guests on. Remember when Harry Tornado would come on when I would be gone? Everybody, I'm never here with the guests.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
You know,
It's mostly
so Mel.
because
If
Kevin
did you at
has
least
beef
tell
with all of
Mel?
them.
Yeah,
Did you
they've
at least
requested
tell
you
Mel
not be
I
on
wasn't
those
gonna be here?
episodes.
Did you tell Mel?
No, I didn't tell her.
So she thinks I just ditched her.
No, she knew she was
Okay.
replacing you,
All
Kevin.
right, good. Okay. I
She
just wanted
said
that
she
to
wouldn't
be
come
clear.
on if she had thought you were going to be there.
Because I was late and everything, but I realized you were setting it up. You know, like Kevin didn't show
Yeah.
up either. That was funny. I just went with it because it was
Well,
fun.
I wasn't going to do it that way until Carrie was just 20 minutes late, and I was like, all right, now this is a bit. This is a bit at this point.
Yeah,
'cause
it's a
Carrie's
bit
gonna
that
be
we'll
20 minutes
explain.
late.
Yeah, we'll explain it a week later. Let everyone
Yeah.
think Kevin just ditched
Yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was pretty
yeah,
good.
That's nice. That's good. So what's up with these? Before we get into my eBay sales, what's up with these ridiculously long? You think who is listening to? Dude, I listened to one of your videos today. I didn't get to Carrie's because there was, I
Not enough
usually
time in
listen
the
to
day.
one of each when I'm driving down. I couldn't listen to one of each. It's ridiculous.
Why not?
Because they're an hour long.
Because it's too entertaining and you get too like turned on, or what's happening?
It was literally just like, what can Dave squeeze into this video to make it
an hour and 20
minutes?
50 is pretty short. That's like my shortest one this week.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Dave could go off on any tangent. We could talk about Counter-Strike for an hour and a half, whatever. Dave can do it. That's not a problem with Dave.
Well, Carrie, yours are too.
Mine are movement based though. Like there's segments
based.
Like we are at a thrift store, then we're in a car, and then we're in the house, and then we're Dawn's packing. I'm not.
Dave
and
did
something
that.
like that.
Yeah,
he was all over.
Yeah, he's in the car now because it's longer. He's like, you're using your drive time, which is smart. We've been using our drive time too to just talk.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be driving anyway.
I took a walk and I did like 17 minutes walking around the neighborhood. It was a beautiful day.
It's going to start. He's going to get to an hour and a half, and then 2 hours. And like everyone will start at 5:30 a.m. in the restroom. That's what's going to happen.
Listen, here's the thing, Kevin. I just have a lot of words. I've actually found something interesting about this. So Mel inspired me because I was looking at her videos and they're crazy long, and I was like, I could do long videos, and she encouraged me and Carrie to do longer videos. And so we said we'd both try it. And so Tuesday, I had a 2-hour video. Carrie had a 45-minute one, and then the podcast was 2 hours. It was like 5 hours of
There
content.
was like, we're providing. Me and Dave are doing about 2 hours of people's day. If people commit to me and Dave's our vlogs, they're committing. What is that? 1/12 of their day.
I like
and maybe like a sixth of their waking hours to listening to us, and we appreciate it.
Well, so this is what I was going to say, though. I don't know, Carrie. See, I don't feel like you're doing it to the extent I'm doing it, but
no, I'm struggling. Like mine's barely going to be 30 minutes today, probably.
Massively good for my anxiety. Just having someone to talk to. Yeah, I don't know. Like, just being able to like spew every thought, and it's just maybe my brain, the way
it's
my
a little
brain
different
works,
for me because like
it helps my anxiety.
Dawn's like I'm with Dawn the whole time, so I just spew my anxiety at Dawn.
And yeah, well, we can talk about that. We can talk about Dawn's anxiety too, because I want to discuss the shipping. I watched some of your video today, and I want to know how big this package was. Like, do you remember the dimensions? Like 24 by 24 by 24. It was
136, like dimensional. I don't know. Like all the dimensions was 136.
Carrie and Dawn basically sold a coffee table, and we're trying to ship it, and it was. So it was what, 136 dimensionally?
Yeah, dimensionally, and basically we found out that if it's
36.
over 130, there could be a surcharge. And Dawn had already spent a long time packaging this, and it was probably going to make $100, and then we found out it was going to be 100 to 400 surcharge on top of the shipping. And
well, that's what I was trying to figure out. That was the unclear.
So she canceled it, which that was maybe it was to pick it up. Maybe that was part of it. But
it sounded like she was saying it was to pick it up that the surge charge. I was confused by how it was stated.
She canceled it, and I think that was the best thing. It was, Dawn has no problem packaging and wanting to ship that, but it shows that maybe there's kind of a limit unless you want to do like what is the couple out here, the flea market flippers or whatever that do like the crates and stuff. You got to use like different services at a certain level.
I was thinking about like DHL, stuff like that. Like,
you need like a pallet jack. Your dad probably has all that. We probably could learn that if we wanted to, but
Well, it's so funny that happened today, because literally today I was thinking about listing my bingo machine. Because I think we listed it on Facebook back in November and didn't really get, I think we got like one bite and they never followed up like the is this available kind of thing. And so I was like, I should list it on eBay. But after seeing the Dawn struggle, I was like, oh, never mind. I don't want to try to ship that.
You could do eBay local pickup or Facebook, I guess.
I'm confident I could sell it really fast for a profit. I just like, it's one of those things I'm like, like you like something and you want the maximum profit because you like it.
I shipped a full Nordic track skier one time.
What did you sell?
Which one I'm talking about?
Was it $400?
Yeah. No, it actually was shipped to Richmond, Virginia. It was like 90 or something stupid.
How did you package it?
In a box.
Frankenbox it, or like was it massive, or did you break it in half? And
got like a refrigerator box, and I cut it in half. And it was.
Where did you get a refrigerator box though? Like those aren't just. You just don't
I'm
have
not
them.
sure it was a refrigerator box. It was just
Yeah,
a
can somebody
huge freaking
make a picture of Kevin just loitering at a
No,
dump
I
waiting
know.
for
I already
boxes?
know.
such
I already know.
thing as a refrigerator
Heather,
box.
I've been to Kevin's house. Heather said, I want a second fridge to hold the drinks downstairs. Kevin's
Exactly.
right off. I'm going to go buy it because I need the box. And then he wrote off the whole fridge.
I don't even. It's probably not a refrigerator box. It just was a giant. I don't know what came in it, but it was huge, and it
Yeah.
was still a mess. It was a pain in the butt. I'll never do it again as long as I live. Couldn't even
What's
pick
that thing
the
called
up.
where you can't stop bleeding? Hemophilia?
Yeah, hemophilia.
Yeah, I
I'd
think.
die with that. I'm always itching little bug bites until they bleed and stuff. I was just thinking about that.
You're not. Yeah, you know, you're not a
See if we
hemophiliac.
can
You're not a.
offend
You're not a
some
royal, a
hemophiliacs.
British royal, or whatever.
I would need to get my nails removed if I had hemophilia, is what I'm thinking. I think
Really?
it would
Because
just
of
not
biting
be
your
good.
nails? Or?
It's like, well, yeah, because like if I never, because like, yeah, I'm biting my nail. I don't know. I'm always just picking.
He's an ADHD.
I'm a picker.
Well,
I'm
I mean, like you
I'm a
could.
stress picker.
This is This is like a what if like you couldn't do a podcast if you had Tourette's. It'd be hard.
You could. There's that guy.
You'd have to
who
do a lot
sings
of
he's really
editing.
good. Well, no. People just accept it, Gary. It's fine.
That is true. That is
It's
true.
fine.
You're right.
Okay, so
I've got
Kevin,
lots
what did you think
stuff.
of the podcast?
I was terrific. Listen to normal talk about normal stuff without
you listen
all
in the
the
shower?
insults. No, that would be disrespectful.
You only listen to Mike's podcast.
You only disrespect Mike. Okay.
Disrespect Mike.
I like Mike. I like
Whose
Mike's
podcast?
podcast because it's like 45 minutes before I don't know. I never get to 45 minutes because they're fighting. But it's just
never gonna get
fighting.
to 1,000 subscribers.
It's just fighting. They're just mad at each
Did
other
they-
from the get go, and it's riveting. I really do enjoy it.
I
Joe
just
deserves
love
it.
like Dan and Mike instantly starting to fight.
Just
the minute the
instantly,
show
like they were
starts.
fighting before, or they're picking up from last week's fight.
What is it called again? Reseller leftovers.
Leftover.
I guess. Guys, me and Dan.
Is
have
the
a
locker room
podcast
still
now.
around? Or
They have
they're gone,
911
gone?
subs. No, they're
Ooh.
coming back. They're coming back.
Project 89.
Yeah,
they
they're
should
coming
get
back.
together with Flippin' Fantastic podcast and trade like. I think they need like 40 or something. They should like.
Hey,
let's just.
You know, if
let's
I were
just
them,
get there.
I would. If I were them, I would look through their emails, see if they got offered any kind of brand deals. Follow all the links, click on them, give them all of your logins, and see what happens.
Well, I
You
will
might
say
get some new stuff.
Bitcoin stuff might get them over 1,000, then get your account back.
there
Boom.
you go. I will
I'm
say
glad you didn't
I
joke about that last week.
yeah,
I
we-
know he got it back. He got his
He got
account
his
back.
account
So
back.
we can
Nothing
now
to be
joke
joked
about it. I mean,
That's right.
that would suck. That's like everybody's nightmare. So I
Yeah,
felt terrible for him.
for sure.
So me and Dan, we have a food podcast, Crumbs and Convos. Check it out. But you'll never see us
Okay.
fighting on there. Never fighting. We don't start. So I think Mike's the problem. Is my point. If me and Dan don't fight, why are Mike and Dan fighting every week? This is the question I have.
Yeah. You just know how to treat him well. He has respect for you, I think. Is what it
And
is.
maybe he doesn't respect Mike.
Or
Gary,
he's
did you
afraid
try
of
the
you.
Archburger?
No, yeah, I'm not one of your burger friends. I'm not in the
Don't-
Burger Boys
Don't
text
try
group
the
or whatever.
Archburger, guys. Me and Dan both got violently ill after eating the new
We're not
McDonald's.
I wanna
turning
try the
into
Archburger a little bit.
food podcast.
Don't do it, Gary. Or do it with a plan. Like have a strategy.
I
like a
should do
poop
it, and
strategy
then
and a
I'm
vomit
gonna
strategy.
film it. I'm gonna film you eating it and see what happens.
Yeah, no, do that. I mean, you see the owner. Well, okay, Kevin's right. We won't talk
Yeah.
about the owner.
No, the owner.
Was
No, the
funny, though.
CEO and his big bite. Yeah, I saw that. I love that. It's riveting. I love who came up with the idea that he should do that and be so weird about it.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
it'd be like Kevin like shopping at Aldi's when you know he's only shopping at Whole Foods. It's like, yes, Aldi's is nice. Eh.
It's like Kevin when he's pretending to like care
I've
about
never
bread and
been
butter
in
eBay sales on his channel
Either.
or something.
I don't think.
You never been to Aldi's or Whole Foods?
I don't think so.
What about Trader
Maybe
Joe's?
I think I've been inside of a Whole Foods one time.
You ever wanted to?
Right.
You know what's cool about Whole Foods is you could spend $15 on one beet, just one. But it's
So
organic.
Carrie did a picking video.
Oh yeah,
How did that do mixed into the vlog? Just their
Just
random picking
normal.
video?
Like
Did
it
do
wasn't
good?
like we didn't find anything crazy. I mean, Dawn found a
No,
bunch of
yeah.
vintage Easter stuff, so it
I
did
saw. I watched
average.
it, yeah.
Honestly, since I've started doing longer videos, they performed a little bit better, like even view wise as well as money wise. So
I
it's
heard
been
that
pretty
found
cool.
a
little
bunch
German
of good
lady, so
stuff
nice.
at a sale that Dave put you onto.
Oh yeah, no, we found it. I don't know how Dave got involved in it at all. We've had a hoot because
Don't even get me started on
Dave is so,
Carrie and Dawn.
Dave is
Carrie
so
and Dawn
upset.
Are like
Dave's mad at us right now, I think.
No, listen. Carrie and
You're
Dawn
upset
are
about
like, if they had a goal to have me never tell them about a good sale again, they've accomplished it because they've given me the hardest time about the stuff I intentionally left for them and calling me like not good at picking.
There's no way you would leave
behind, Dave.
There's no way you would have left the $80 Christmas thing out of your. You're a kind person, but that was too kind. I feel like.
Do you really not believe that?
Size matters.
My mom was with me. I literally said I'll leave this for them too. Like literally, I went to a sale, and to be nice, I called them. I left a bunch of stuff I would have got normally because I knew they were coming out yard selling, and told them, "Hey, don't get your coffees. Come here and get these." And they've been giving me a hard time, like I'm a bad picker.
But you left all the good. You left all the good
this
lamps,
them
and then
again?
you got the dumb lamps that were brass.
Because I was trying to make sure you got stuff because you woke up early.
No,
I
appreciate it.
I've never been punished so hardly for being kind.
I didn't know if,
why I
like,
would
I've
ever do it
honestly
again.
thought you were a little bit mad at us about it, and I'm like, Don, maybe we shouldn't
annoyed
go so
that you've
hard
given
on.
me such a hard time for giving you free stuff.
Well, you think that you're acting like we can't pick? We don't know how to pick. We would have figured it out.
I knew you would have figured it out, but it wouldn't have been there if I hadn't left it for you.
Yeah, but then it just would have been in your list easier pile until you got around to it.
I sent a message out on our little
What did you
group chat.
We thank you. We've thanked you many times live, and we've given you credit. We do appreciate you.
Then they make fun of me for leaving it behind.
What?
Because it's fun,
Thank
man.
you moron. You left it. Hey, I'm being nice.
Whatever. Dave did that in a video with me. We both missed it.
What was it?
I don't know. I didn't watch it, but it had a picture of me.
Oh, yeah. We did both miss that. It wasn't like on purpose, though. That was just because we sucked. It was a bunch of drawer pulls. We both held them. They were,
Really?
What's that stuff you rub it and it smells like formaldehyde?
Oh, yeah.
Bakelite.
Bakelite.
Yeah, it was like a $150 set of little knobs, and he wanted like $40 for it. And we both picked it up, said, "Oh, that's cool," and left. Like, I don't know. You should have bought that. Like, that was a good flip.
It's mindset, Dave. It's mindset.
Yeah.
We're both. I got, I'm doing a video the other day. We were in Florida. Remember the day where you guys killed it? And me and Rod and Mike were like,
I was just editing that
can't
footage
believe how
today,
bad
actually.
It was so bad. I put those videos out anyways because some people are like, oh, speaking of, I think, well, I better not say it. I'll say it later when nobody's
That's
watching.
ominous.
All right, I got to make a note
Where'd you
right
Carrie's
here.
sound is gone for some reason.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So-
burped.
Oh, there it is.
Any rate, it was such a bad day that day. And then I'm watching this video, and as it goes on, and it's already been bad for a while, I'm literally picking up stuff and putting it down because it was like $3 off of what I wanted to pay for it. And I'm like, I could
It's a mental
easily
game.
bought that.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was totally in my head.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've messed Dawn up in a way because like every time we're going to a thrift store now, she's like, "It's gonna suck." I'm like, "Well, don't." I'm like having to pump her up about it. I'm like, "We don't know that yet. We don't. It probably will. There's a good chance it's gonna suck."
You can see it on the days where the picking wasn't good. You can
You know
see at
what's
the
good,
end.
though?
But it also works the opposite way. When the day starts good, you're buying stuff you shouldn't be.
Oh yeah.
And when the day
it does.
starts bad, you're leaving stuff you shouldn't
Yeah.
be. So it's really a mental game, mind over matter.
It
And
is.
Yeah, the
Oh,
best
that
days are the
stuff.
days when you fill up your truck or your Honda Civic, and you have a tote of Beanie Babies because you were doing so well earlier on in the day, and that's your celebration, Beanie Babies.
I had
my-
I
one
don't know
of
what you're going to do with them though.
my video today was from that day, and I go out there, and there's this lady. It was like in a tent village. And this lady, I walk up to her tent thingy, and she's like, "Hey, why don't you take that for free?" And she gives me something for free, Carrie. It's literally like just some automatic staplers. They sell for like $9 a piece, but it's like 6 of them. She's like, "Just take that for free. You're a reseller." I said, "Okay." She said, "You know what else you should take? You should take this." And she gives me something else worth very little money, right? But then I'm like, "Oh, she gave me free stuff. I should buy some stuff." And then I'm overpaying for everything in this lady's booth. Like she did me so good.
That's smart. She was playing
But
4D
then-
chess.
I'm like $10 for this.
She was like that
used
Magnus
coffee mug?
guy who
Here you
arrived.
go.
You know that chess champion Magnus, whatever his name is, and he arrives
Yeah.
like 3 minutes late and just casually beats the crap out of people at chess.
She's
She was
like
playing that
yeah.
game on you.
It was impressive. She was super nice, but like I paid $15 for a purse. Normally I don't do that, but the same video, I go and this lady has all these nice purses, really nice, like nicer than I've ever seen. What are the purses we sell all the time with all the floral
Vera
patterns?
Bradley?
Yes.
Bradley?
But the newer ones, have you ever seen the new ones? They actually look really nice. Like they're thicker, they've got like stiffer sides and stuff. And she had some of those, and one of the tote bags said $1. The rest had no price on it. And so I assumed they were all $1. So I grabbed the Dooney bag and the Michael Kors bag and all the Veras. I'm like, oh my gosh, these are $1 each. I'm like fat ratting it up, you know? And I walk up to her, I'm like, here you go. What is it, $7? She's like, no, I didn't price those at $1. I said, oh, well, I saw one of the price. She's like, no, you didn't. I said, one had a price. She's like, I only priced one. Yeah, that was $1, but that was not a Vera or a Dooney. Something like that. I don't know. You'd have to watch the video. But basically, at that point, I only bought one, a Dooney for $15, but several of them I should have bought. But I just got like mentally messed up because I thought they were $1, even though they were still a good buy at $15 a piece.
I went to say I was. Sometimes, do you ever go out with totally low expectations, like completely? If you go out with that low expectation, then the mindset doesn't get screwed.
So
I had high expectations out there in Florida that day. That's why it was so bad. I mean, it was bad.
Well,
mindset matters a lot. We went into the thrift store tonight because we've been doing like the night thrifting and stuff. And I had low expectations. Don was like saying it was going to suck. I walked in, I found a Pat Tillman vintage jersey, which, you know, he's like massively popular. That's like a $70-$80 jersey.
Right now, it'd probably be a little bit more popular.
Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, it's like, it was $15. And then I found a Logo Athletic Spike Texas Longhorn hat, you know, the Spike one. A little beat up, but that's
the shark tooth one?
Not the shark. It's the Spike. It's like it's got the things that I don't even know how to explain.
I know.
It's like diamonds on the side, but they're called spikes.
It's got it.
It's beat up, but like in good condition, it's probably over 100, but I'll probably get like 50, 60. So I wasn't expecting that at all.
I got the Carrie endorsement to definitely buy this weekend. So I sent a message out about the Coke stuff. Carrie says, don't do it. I'm like, okay. Carrie says,
that might be an endorsement on it. And then you cheated by saying not all Coke stuff is worthless. And then you throw something that was gold.
Shh. I didn't know that was in there, Carrie. I bought it anyways. That was luck.
He was just making a Dave buy and then accidentally fell into profit.
It wasn't a Dave buy. It was a good buy. You'll have to watch it. You have to watch. It wasn't like stupid good. It was. I bought a bunch of other stuff from this guy. A whole table.
In all honesty, it depends on the price and it depends on what it is.
Yeah,
and what you're going to do with it. I'm sure a lot of it's like dibbed it kind of stuff.
The problem is that I didn't have a van.
Stuff.
I didn't have a van, so I had to literally.
It was that much stuff.
Filled the truck up, came home, and I had already bought the Coke stuff before I left, so I had to go back and get the Coke. It was a whole room full of Coke.
Have you really not bought a 12-passenger yet?
No.
What are you waiting for?
I've looked at 2, and I've got another one. I just can't pull the trigger. I got a problem.
Have you tried driving them?
Yeah.
What, do they all drive the same?
They're not 12 passengers. I don't want seats in my car.
Didn't you used to drive a bus?
That means I got to. That means
in school,
I got to take people
when you were teaching.
I don't think the teachers drive the buses, do they?
No, I think Kevin did, like for the games and stuff, right? As a coach.
Dave, I have said that 700 people.
I'm just saying, like it would drive similar to like a 12-passenger. I imagine you'd feel comfortable.
The giant school bus, yes. Giant.
You know what I have told you 700 times? I don't listen to you. So
yes, I'm aware. If you did, you would know about the scam you fell victim to.
What did I fall for? Let's hear it.
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me what happened to your glued thing. Have you got that back yet? Your broken item that somebody sent back to you?
Oh, no, I haven't. But yeah, it's glued. It's interesting. It's glued in her pictures that she sent me, but it wasn't damaged at all when I sent it to her. So what happened here? Like somehow the mailman broke it and glued it back together. I don't understand how that works. Like if it was just broken, I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
You might have probably got the switcheroo, like her broken one.
I think I got the switcheroo.
All these messages. Dave should have listened to your video. He'd know what's going on. So
okay, all right. Well, tell me.
So, no, I want you to listen to my video.
Which one? You do like 5 a week. You gotta just guide me here.
All right, let's see here. I can't remember.
When are you going to do top 10 Coca-Cola collectible items on collectors?
I might. I don't know. That's tough. There's so many different variable stuff, and there's a lot of valuable old actual Coca-Cola stuff. New eBay scam and how to deal with problem buyers. There you go.
Okay, all right. Let's hear it.
It
Oh,
came
you're
out a
not
day
going to
ago,
tell.
so.
Why doesn't our audience get to hear this? Like, come on.
It's not even that new a scam, but it's been publicized a little bit later, a little bit on the Buy It All podcast as well. People are taking the image of what you bought and they're running it through AI to put damage on it and then sending the picture back.
They're doing
to
that
the
with
person.
sports cards a lot too. Yeah.
Okay, and what's the goal?
The goal is well, this is where I think there's an issue here because they're actually sending it back to you. Did they ever say, "Hey, this is broken," or did they say, "This is broken, I want to return"? Like, get it back. Are
Yeah, they started
fishing?
off just saying it was broken and sending the pictures, and I didn't see it. And then
there you
they
go.
opened a return next.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
So,
Okay.
but I don't know
So
if they're
I'm
actually
curious to
sending it.
see
It's
what
not
you're
on the
gonna
way
get.
back yet.
There you go. So they're probably
So,
waiting to see if you contact
see if I
them.
just
So
do a refund.
I'm curious because
Yeah.
it sounds to me like it's one of those deals that they're just using.
Interesting.
Gary, I heard about this in the card world too, where they're doing it on like slabs and graded slabs. Like those things can crack like that. It's so
Exactly.
ridiculous.
A lot of people, I would imagine, would just refund them, rather than wanting
Don't
the
ever
cracked
do
slab back if they're not thinking it through, and then the person gets the slab for free and a refund. So
So they say run it through a reverse image
really?
generator
Yeah.
thing to see if it's take the picture. And
Me
see
and
if
Carrie
it's
saw a
an AI
documentary
generator.
about an AI video yesterday, Scream 7.
oh yeah,
That was
oh
cool.
yeah.
I
Apparently,
brought over my bag of clothes. This show's always better when we're all outsourcing, isn't it? Because we got like
Yeah.
show and tell stuff. So I
can't
wanted
believe
to.
I'm outsourcing. I got lucky this week.
I shouldn't be buying clothing. I think we all know that, but these were too good to pass up. But you guys are much more pro on clothing stuff than me. I got this cool hat. I don't know if that's like a sports team or if that's like a local team.
High school,
Princeton
probably.
Vikings, maybe high school or something.
Yeah.
But it's corduroy, and I know you guys have said corduroy is good when you get
hat
the
sucks.
corduroy hats. This one, Kevin, the Cincinnati Reds,
Yeah, a little old, probably $15 hat.
Yeah.
cool. But the shirts were the ones I thought. This is literally in a big Christmas Santa bag. That's what they packed it in. And I don't know, how do you tell if like crew necks are old? Is this old?
What's it say down the bottom? Yeah,
It says
that's old.
logo 7.
Logo 7 would be vintage. Would
No,
be
I'll give
probably
you
This is a
the
Wildcats.
90s. Put
This
on
is
Dibby.
college.
That's Kentucky. That's Kentucky.
I'll give you,
University
like,
of Kentucky. That's
$4.
80s, 90s.
You said $4?
No, that's
I said I would give you $4.
Oh, there's this one. It's another crew neck. University
that's
of
definitely-
These are
Kentucky.
good, dude. Come
Jan
on, don't
Sport.
be playing this game.
that's all like late 80s, early 90s.
Dude, that's
This
good
is
stuff.
this is what I was telling you
This
guys
one.
about the spike version. That's what a
yeah,
spike hat
that's
is.
a good one. Dave, I would list all those right now. That's
Is that
a great
logo
hat.
7, Carrie?
Yeah,
That's
this
a
is
big
this
logo.
is this is the
Logo
90s logo 7 logo.
okay.
You have the older logo, so it might be late 80s.
This one
I
is
could be
Jan
wrong,
Sport
though.
again.
List those right now because March Madness coming up.
Yes,
Kentucky.
that's true. March Madness
Oh,
is
really?
starting, Dave. You should, and
There's
it's cold
this
out
one.
still.
This one is 1984 Kentucky NCAA.
Dude, that's sick.
Single
That's
stick
actually really good, dude.
Russell Athletic Extra Large.
That's really
Single
good.
stick.
Man, USA.
So- That's probably at least $5.
No, that's definitely more.
It was $1.50 though, so it was
we
a little
can't
high.
wait for that's funny.
This is cool. This isn't
Is
as good,
that
but it's pretty
going?
cool.
Yeah, it's not good. Is that like? Oh, that's got a lot on. Maybe that's kind of
It's
cool.
very embellished. Yeah, that's vintage.
1996
Man.
Kentucky.
There we go, dude. Tony Delk, Walter McCarty, Ron Mercer. That was a team.
Good game.
They beat the heck out of my Utah Utes, and I think it was
they?
'97. I hated that in the finals.
I think that might be all
burn
the
that
sport-
hat.
That might be all the sports stuff. This isn't. This is just like scrambled eggs,
No foam.
no foam nonsense. Yeah, and then there's you paying. There's like that's like air. That makes me think of OBX Picker. Those hats.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That's
know,
good
the
stuff.
Alumni University of Kentucky
The Kentucky stuff's good,
Three
dude.
lines.
Like really
That's
good.
a good hat.
and the United States Marshal. So I got all
Can't
that
sell
for
that.
like
Can't
all
sell
that.
that.
I can't sell that. Okay, that's fine. I can just use it to impersonate a United States Marshal. So at least there's that.
You sell
So I-
them dibbed it.
I paid $1.50 each on these.
Are those good enough that you're going to list those on eBay?
No, I'm going to leave them in my garage and forget about them.
until
But at
you get
least-
frustrated and whip on. And
He's
eBay.
waiting. He's gonna wait
Or
for
did
his
it-
clothing era, which is probably gonna come in like 2029.
The way this works is I will eventually, like, I'll hype it up a bunch. Eventually, I'll do a Dibbed It Threads auction, which I think is a
yeah.
defunct site. And then I'll get like $2 for each and I'll get really angry. And then I'll move on with my life.
Wait,
Talking about,
That's
I have a
what's
show
happened in the past with my
today, and
clothes.
it's going to be insane. And I'm selling tons of Barbies. So
Today,
come on
Tuesday?
over and join us today. Yes, like if you're watching this.
No, today, Sunday at 10
Barbie.
p.m.
I
Barbie,
missed it
all
again.
kinds of stuff.
Barbie. Oh, Barbie.
Yeah.
Barbie.
Cool.
So yeah,
We're
that's
gonna
what-
Are you
start
already-
later.
Are you already over magazines? I haven't been following because your videos are so long. Are you still doing magazines and books, or are you on to something new?
Oh, so at the sale where I got the Sega CDX thingy,
Yeah, that's dope.
so I got a Sega CDX. At that one they had a whole box of magazines for $10. It was like 41 magazines. I listed those today. There were some really good ones, like Warship Magazine, which is a UK publication, and it sells for like 15 plus 20 shipping from Europe pretty often on eBay. So I just did
You'll
like
get some over here.
Yeah, I did $20. I'm probably a little cheap, honestly, but I had $20 a piece on those. So it was like $400 in magazines that I found yesterday, and I paid $10. So
Nice.
I mean, I've listed all my magazines, so I'm done in a sense because I have to find more. But now I've got like the system set up that if I find magazines and I can get them for $0.25 a piece,
You're
I'm
like
fine.
$1 million peddlers south. Because you're
Okay.
just doing nothing but magazines and books and ephemera now.
Yeah.
It's that kind of stuff.
Well, kind of. I mean, today I listed those school books. I went to a yard sale and they had like a whole bunch of homeschooling books for free on the side, just free. And so like all
Free
these
to
are so funny.
homeschoolers.
Well, it was so funny because all these guys I always see at the flea market trying to rip me off. Not that I wouldn't do the same if I wasn't them, but all these guys who were trying to rip me off at the flea market, literally just walking by the homeschooling book and buying nothing, and I'm just like, all right, I'll take them, I guess, and I just put them in my thing. It was like I listed another 34 times 4 today. So what is that?
List
3?
easier code Commonwealth.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even list those with List Easier because it was multi-quantity.
That would
I
be
just
10
manually
No, it's a
listed those.
multi.
102?
Yeah, 102 in one box, and then it was 180 in the other. So it was like freaking $300 just for free. That everyone, and I've already sold like $80 worth of them. They're like, I just sold one as I was watching a movie with Anna for $25. I was like, all right, cool. Anyone else want to give me your
Nice.
homeschooling books?
That. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
killing on some. Some of them are not very good, but some of them are just stupid good.
Well, when they're free, even if
Yeah.
they're selling for 10, I'm okay with it. Like I like
Mhm.
free money. That's always solid. Although I saw a video today that said you can't make money if you're selling an item under $40.
Yeah.
What video
And,
was that?
Oh, that reminds me of something. Well, maybe I shouldn't get into it. I'm enjoying talking about reselling and sourcing.
Well, let's talk about
So-
Pegasus Lounge. I want to do a whole
Yeah.
section on Pegasus
Your
Lounge.
new buddy. This
Dude,
is
I like
Dave.
him. I don't know what's your beef
Dave
with this
Thurl-
guy. He's good.
Dude,
I've actually learned a lot from him. I'm not going to lie, and I watch a lot of his videos.
I think you're just oversensitive.
no.
He's not even mean to you. I watched a video about you. He wasn't even mean. He kind of likes
because you don't know the truth.
that.
Ooh.
I didn't
That
say
he
he
does
was
hate you?
mean to me. I didn't say he was mean to me. You
What's
should
the-
watch
what's
the
the
episode
truth?
where I came on the reseller leftovers late. It was at look, I don't want to get into it. I'll
Let's get
just
the beef
say
going.
it's not the issue is not about this being better than that. I have no argument. I don't even have knowledge of what he does and whatever. I just have I'm pretty particular about context and an argument and the way you conduct yourself. And I just know too much about what happened to not just to me, but to other people. And that's my issue. It's not with, hey, this is better than this. It's just, I mean, it's if I came on and did a video about, hey, reselling is better than working a minimum wage job at a fast food restaurant. Of course I can make that argument. But whatever that next step is that you're trying to sell, you have to first present the problem. And you have to present it to an audience that you can persuade in order to sell what you're selling. Right? I mean, that's marketing. Present the problem, and then you sell the solution. But you can do that if you're comparing things. Okay, so whatever he does, is it better? Is it better to become a commercial airline pilot than that? Is it better to be a lawyer? Is it better to do something where become an actor and make $1 million a year? It's all relative to the person and their time and what they're good at.
I have no idea what you're trying to get at here.
No, what Kevin's saying is he's comparing, like, you could always find something better
Apples to oranges, basically.
use of your time if you had endless ability
You
and
have
talent to do whatever.
You have to create and look, and I'm sure there'll be a video about this, whatever. You have
Yeah.
to create the straw man
Could you imagine if
Sometime.
Pegasus Lounge did one on Trash to Cash? That would be ironic.
think he
I'm
would.
sure
He
he
shouldn't.
will.
He shouldn't. There's no
The
real
one on Dave is
substance
coming
here.
up soon.
Honestly, no.
And he'll
I don't
love
think
you
he'll do
because
one.
you agreed with it.
I don't think he'll do one on, like, to me, what I'm saying is it seems like what he targets mostly is people trying to sell something.
Yeah,
Mostly.
like courses as experts.
Except for when he
Courses,
didn't.
that sort of stuff. But he even said in that video that he didn't want to do one about you, but his viewers really wanted him to, and
Okay,
he finally
that tells
said
you all
something.
you need to know.
And you finally said something that he said he could pick apart, and so he
Okay.
did that video.
But he did it in a completely He created a straw man. The straw man was that I somehow was arguing against what he was saying. Never, ever have I done that. I have never had an argument.
Well,
If
so what
that
I
model
find-
worked. He created a whole straw man just to make the video. That's
I think
all I need
what's-
to know.
in most of the arguments I see against Pegasus Lounge, it's people saying he white labels. Even you said it, but he doesn't
No.
white label.
I never made that argument against him. I may have
You said, yeah, you said he white labels. You didn't argue it, but you just said he does white labeling. But
I
it's
don't
a very
know that I
different
said
thing
that.
than private labeling.
I
He
don't
showed
know
the
that
part
I
of your
said
video.
that.
He showed it.
No, I never. Okay, and I said Pegasus Lounge white labels in my video. I don't
I'm pretty
think
sure
so.
you did. Yeah,
I'm
unless
pretty
he
sure I
like
didn't.
AI edited it. I'm gonna
I'm
find
pretty
it.
sure
I'll
I
pull it
didn't.
up.
There's my point, Dave. The first time he mentioned me, the
Well,
first
it might
time
have
he
been Nashville
mentioned
Flipper. I
me,
know Nashville Flipper said it.
he completely inverted what I said in my video. Completely inverted it. It was completely backwards and wrong. Not just a little off. It was the opposite.
that was the
of what I
second
was
video or the
saying.
first one?
No, that was the first one. So
Okay.
I commented, and I said that, and he said, "Well, I didn't watch the whole video." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute! I've heard him say 100 times how hard it is to do these videos and how much you have. You got to get your ducks in a row and do whatever. You just told me you didn't watch my whole video. The second one, there was a straw man argument just to do the video, and then after that, the context of my video was left out, and the context of all my videos. I don't expect everybody to watch all my videos, but if you're going to do those type of videos, you can't just be right 80% of the time. If you're calling people out,
That-
you better be right.
That is the hard thing about calling out videos is like once you get those views to do them, and a lot of times they could be justified. If you're doing them every day, you might sometimes push like ones that aren't necessarily needed.
I'll give you an
I could see that totally.
I'll give you an example. Just a minute.
Allegedly.
Give me a minute, because now you got me going. Because I'm mad at you too.
I don't care.
I know.
It does nothing.
This
but
is- this
kill
is-
me.
Like arguments from silence, right? And
Yeah.
there was not just on my video. He made 2 or 3 arguments from silence from my video, and I saw him do it to other people. If you're gonna make do you know what I mean by argument from silence? You're assuming things
Okay.
based on what wasn't said.
Okay.
Right? Okay. He did that 2 or 3 times on my video. He left out. He would take something I said. If you watch my videos, people it drives them nuts. I argue against what I just said because there's always exceptions to the rule. So he took what I said in the video, left out the parts that actually made his argument. I made his argument in my video. But
so he might
used
do a
it
video
against
about
me.
me if he does that. That'll be interesting. I'm sure
And
he
I've
could
seen him do
turn
it,
some things around.
Well,
Well,
and to
okay,
me,
so
what he did to Roman was unforgivable.
my perspective on it, when I watched the video about you, was it wasn't really a video about you. It didn't feel like. It felt like he showed some things you said and then used that
my
as
point.
jumping.
That's my
to
whole
me,
point.
it seemed very clear that he was intentionally not attacking you. This is how it felt to me. To me, it felt. Listen, I let you talk. To me, it felt like he wasn't trying to attack you, but he was trying to use some of the things you said as teaching points of his opinion. That's how I
got it.
took it. That from
Okay,
my perspective,
fine.
it didn't seem like he was attacking you. It just seemed like he wanted to say his
Fine,
points.
but
and
you're
you
missing the root of the issue. Why was the video done on me to begin with?
because the viewers wanted it, and he wants to make YouTube ad revenue. Come on, you know this game.
Is okay. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I don't
Why?
operate like that. It's
Well-
fine. He can operate like that.
He doesn't. Kevin does not consider ad revenue in his videos, David.
That is
He's never
not
thought
what I
about
said.
YouTube ad revenue.
Look, Dave, I wouldn't even do. I don't want to say this. I'm not.
That's okay. I can edit it out if you say it and I don't like it.
I've done one video in my whole life where there's probably more than that. I don't want to. Where I'm actually mentioning something almost as a call out, and that was marginal. One. I just don't do that. If you do that,
Well,
there's
you
a place
do it
for
without
it.
saying the name.
There's a place
I've seen
for
you
it.
do it without saying the name before.
I don't even disagree with his argument that there's a place for it. We all know there's people in this community that need to be called out. We all get that, right? I mean, we've talked about different things on this podcast. I'm just saying, if you do it, you better check all those boxes. And I feel like he says he does, but he absolutely doesn't. I've watched 4 or 5 videos. The argument is right. I'm not saying the argument's not right. There's a lot of times it's right. But if you're going to do that, you better get it right.
Listen, I don't necessarily think the best delivery method for getting his point across is attacking people. That's not what I'm saying. But I think he has valid points. I think a lot of his business points are very good and
That's more what I'm saying. Like,
you can learn from him.
His,
but I don't
his
think
business
necessarily
points are
just
interesting a lot of
But the
times.
idea that he does not personally attack people is also false.
I didn't say he doesn't. I said I don't think that's the best delivery method for his message. I think that he could do it better. But I also think, like, I tried watching some of his videos where it was just him trying to deliver his message, and they were kind of boring. So if they're kind of boring without that aspect, maybe he does need to actually get the point across. So, look, I don't know. It's tricky.
He found a formula that works pretty well.
But we all know that to do something like, and I'm not informed exactly with what he does. So I'm not going to question it or call it out because I'm not informed. Right?
Yeah.
So if my biggest issue, just period point blank, is you're using other people
Yes.
in order to bring about a benefit to you. You're using other people to do it in a way that's just, in my opinion, it's just slimy. Period.
Now, I'm not a fan of that either. That aspect of it.
But that's also what all reaction content is. Think about Lindy Glenn and Rockstar Flipper's new videos. That's all that stuff is. I mean, it's just you're using other people's content to benefit yourself. That's what you're doing with reaction content. And it is kind of reaction content.
It is, but there's a big difference. So I see a lot of reaction content that is done where they're not picking apart things that they don't understand. That they don't have, I shouldn't say don't understand, that they don't have the full story to. They're just taking a short or something and reacting to it, which is what he did. But look, I'm telling you, if you watch the entire video,
video, you mean?
My entire video that I made, compared to what he showed, I could point out 6 times where I literally made his argument in my video, but it makes me look like I'm a fool.
You're telling me people can skew real events and make them look the way they want to?
You're telling me editing could change
narrative?
Editing can change a story and how it
Content matters?
But that's my point. Exactly. And I hate that crap.
Are you telling me those videos on Instagram where the burgers are eating themselves?
That's why you watch
not
the news.
No. Well, Kevin, my bigger point on your video, now, specifically your video, I didn't feel like he was as mean as he could have been. He didn't heckin' Steve you. Point.
I totally agree.
You know, it wasn't like aggressively mean. He might have skewed the narrative, but I don't think he was egregiously rude or mean, is my point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you're pretty
to
sensitive.
me, that's just as bad, if not worse. Because it's either you do it out of ignorance, and he is no dummy. He's a smart guy. Yeah. Or you purposely do it.
Yeah.
If you're purposely doing it, I got no respect. Sorry.
So as far as
right all day long.
This is actually good content. So I
know,
like how fired up Kevin is. This is great. I want to know, Kevin. Like,
I'm a philosophy guy and a debate guy.
Specifically, because this is
I can see a straw man a mile away.
The implication that I perceived from you, he made it sound like you were conflating or comparing a replenishable with multi-quantity. I kind of saw through it, but I think that's where you have the problem, right? That specific point, or is there something else?
Oh, no, that was one of many. One of many. I'm talking to an audience of resellers
Mhm.
who do what I do.
Well, you're tricking
My-
them
the
into doing
entire
it, by the way.
Yeah, right.
He told me.
The video. First of all, you've never heard me be a guru and sell some whatever. So
Yeah,
if he
I
does
don't think
videos
we're really
about
the right
people,
target for his crosshair, to be quite honest with you.
that was my point. I'm like, you put me on this thing?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's
But he got some good views on it. Again, we come back to the real reason.
Fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, just take that one issue. I'm talking to people who are likely don't have a ton of money, trying to make a little extra money to pay off debt, do whatever. They don't have bandwidth, they don't have time, they don't have the skills to be able to do what he's doing, a lot of them, or don't have the desire. That doesn't mean that what he's saying and what he's doing. Yes, of course. Would I like to be a business that's selling, 10,000 units and making it on the same and not having to store? Of course. That's a no-brainer. That's what I mean by the straw man. Is I'm not arguing against that, but I'm talking to a bunch of people who are trying to increase their margin by 10% and make 15,000 a year instead of 10. So my point is, hey, if you come across multi-quantity, buy them. The idea that I don't know what a replenishable is, he basically was making it look like I didn't know what a replenishable is. Do I look like a moron?
But you even said in your video that it was a replenishable, didn't you?
No.
You got a mountain of
thought you didn't know what it was.
replenishables behind you. You got the
Right,
sweet
you
honey. You've got the that you use for the Innemans, I assume.
I have replenishables as long as the bees stay alive.
Listen, here's the issue I have. I do have an
I have
issue.
one here. I have
my
one
biggest
here.
issue,
I have
Kevin.
tons in this room.
My biggest issue, and I can't imagine this is true, but if it is, it's sad. He keeps implying in his videos that reselling content creators want people to be stuck in reselling onesie twosie, so they'll keep watching their content.
Yeah, well,
That
that's
one
stupid.
doesn't make any. Certainly, I've never had that thought
Well,
cross my
look.
mind ever in my entire life.
Okay, yeah, we want people to watch our content. Remember the
But
big
I don't care if they're a
boom during.
reseller. I don't care what they do.
Yeah,
I've
we
never even
actually
thought
like.
about that.
I get comments like every day. People are like, I don't even resell. I just like the videos. So
But-
I think reselling is secondary.
I think
at
he
least to
gets
my
that idea
content.
from the people selling courses and charging for their podcast, right? They need
Yeah.
them to keep watching, I think is what he's saying. But he also kind of implies it towards Kevin in his video, which I don't think that makes a lot of sense because there's no benefit in Kevin getting you to keep being a reseller. It doesn't matter.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
Well, I don't know about that.
It's like-
the
it's
more
like-
resellers, the better off we are. I would say that.
Or
well, there's
or
always
not.
new people. There's always new people
Just
reselling. So if
AdSense-wise.
people move on from Kevin, stop reselling, or find other content creators they're watching more of, new people will find Kevin's content
He
because they
makes
just
some
started
good points.
reselling, or they've been and they just found him.
He makes some good points. When he talks about some other people, he makes good points. And if you don't know that person really well, I'm sure a lot of those good points aren't always valid. Like, for instance, he made somebody did a video about how they were, I don't know, being transparent, and they're showing their books and they were writing the numbers down that they had sold and whatever. And they're like, that's not evidence. That's not whatever you're writing. That's not being transparent. How do you even know that's true? I agree with that point. I've done that before. Like, I keep track of what I sell every month and then I talk about it, but I write it down at a different time and I just say it, right? Does that mean I'm lying? It could mean I'm lying. I'm also not saying I'm being transparent. I'm just talking.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
I think I will say too. I think my expectation was so low, expecting to walk into Heck and Steve videos because that's how you guys kind of implied this guy was.
No,
And I watched him and I'm like, oh, this isn't like Heck and Steve at all. Like he actually has valid points. Heck and Steve has no valid points. I wasn't expecting actual
I've
valid
said
points.
multiple times on this channel that he's had valid points on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't mean I listened though.
Well,
I feel like
your expectations
would, like,
are
Maybe
your
if you had
Pegasus-
told me in a negative video about another reseller, I would have heard.
Would Pegasus Lounge be like the NPR of this kind of content, whereas like Heck and Steve would be like Howard Stern?
Yeah, maybe.
You know,
yeah.
like different
Yeah.
different audiences, but the same vibe.
Well, I don't know.
Well, do you think Okay, let's
It is
get into.
hilarious that there is a subset that attacks. Look, there's plenty of folks that do some shady crap, and I will say this: there's 100% something that he's correct about is if you are selling a course on how to be a reseller, and your transparency is not real transparency, there's not a track record of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of legit. If you're going to be a guru, then tack on it. You better be a guru. I'm not a guru. I'm a guy in a shed that loves to do what I do, and it makes me extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a guru, if you're doing courses, you better be able to sell me a pin right now. Right now, sell me a pin. Do it in the comments.
Well, listen,
if you're a guru.
top sales pitch wins, I guess. Fishboxer commented, our favorite commenter. He said, Pegasus Lounge gives out a lot of constructive criticism to resellers, but people are so sensitive that they can't handle it, and they always take it personally, even though he's not attacking them personally. He's attacking what they say, what they do, and giving his opinion. The only resellers that I've seen him attack personally are the ones selling their leftover stuff in lots to their viewers.
I
think that's the Heck and Steve comparison, right? Heck and Steve's are all personal attacks, right?
Yeah.
Whereas his don't, like, they're not saying, "Oh, Kevin's short." That's me and Carrie's job to say that.
He
is very short.
I'm going to talk about me because I don't want to get into these other folks, and I don't want to start a war. I've basically said, hey, if what he's got to tell you is good information, go for it. And I have no doubt that there will be people who can do what he does and make far more money than what people that I do. Fine. But he implied I was a moron in that video. And the basis of it, if you watch what I do and talk about and what I do, is a fallacy. If that's the case, that is a personal attack.
Yeah, I would say he did. I didn't get moron out of it, but what I got out of it was he did imply Kevin had no business knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like very little business, which is funny because he said he's clearly only ever resold, which isn't true. You were a teacher for like many years, right? You probably taught his kids. So obviously he didn't do his research. So I agree that some of that stuff some of that was like a little out of line. Although I also, as a product manager, agree you don't know much about business product management, but you could learn it if you wanted to, but it's not your skills. Like, it's not your perfection.
Never said I did.
Yeah.
Never said
you
I
never
did.
implied
I think
you
people
did.
might be surprised I know a little bit more than they think.
It's like if people tell me I'm not good at Spanish, I'd be like, yeah, well, I never said I was. I'm like, Carrie, who says he is and isn't. There's,
if
your channel was about Spanish,
then it would be a problem. Yeah.
Then we'd have a problem.
No puedo escucharte.
Listen,
my channel's not even about business.
Here's how we test Pegasus Lounge, right? If you did want to do a reaction to this, we'll say this and see if he leaves it out. I don't think any of us in here think that reselling onesie-twosie items is a way to become wealthy. It is a nice way to earn a little extra cash on the side. If you actually want to, like, grow your business, you need employees, you need better sourcing methods, but going to yard sales or flea markets every couple of weeks and buying onesie-twosie items, you're probably not going to become $1 million company. You
could probably make a few bucks, and if you want to learn how to make those few bucks, you should sign up to the Trash to Cash course.
But all right, I don't disagree with anything you just said. However, it doesn't preclude resellers who do basically what we do, but have bigger spaces, better systems, and better sources from making $200,000 to $250,000 a year. I talk to them. People, it happens. So the idea that it can't be done is also wrong. But thrifting, if you're teaching, going to thrift stores and going to garage sales, and you're going to make $250,000 a year, Kevin, that's a heavy lift.
And this is a serious question. Are those people doing everything alone? Do they have employees?
I would venture to say this.
Yeah.
Tell me in the comments below.
Not gross.
If you have netted $200,000 a year by yourself. There are some out there.
But then the follow-up question, I'll be the devil's advocate, is what happens when you break your hip?
Oh, sure. Of course.
Then the whole business is dead. And that's the bigger point 100%. That I agree with.
I totally agree.
It's a hustle, and the minute you are incapable of hustling, it dies. And that's the scary part about a reselling business.
It wouldn't necessarily
if you don't
die.
have backup plans.
You could have, if for instance, if the sourcing is all in place and doesn't take,
if it gets delivered to your house,
your hip, right? You could essentially hire somebody.
Well, and you
make
can
a far
adapt
less
and
profit.
all that. But
Well, that would require
I
hiring
disagree.
people.
Yeah,
If you're
you
doing it
require-
only by yourself, you are screwed if you get hurt and you can't
and I
do
think
it.
that's a really
That doesn't
valid
mean it's
point
not
because
a business. It just means it's a risky.
It's a risky business. Ooh.
And I said this when I quit my product
If
management.
anybody wants to do the risky business photo with Kevin in it, this
I
is
said
your
I'm
opportunity.
quitting
I like
my
that.
job, and then I literally put up on a board why I'm quitting it by showing the content creation revenue with my reselling revenue and saying the content creation revenue is the biggest part of this because that is more stable than the reselling. So when I quit my job, so Pegasus Lounge, if you want to come after me, when I quit my job, go watch that video. I literally pointed out the fact that it's not stable and that there does usually need to be some help financially. Maybe you have a spouse working. Maybe you do have a second job. Maybe you have content creation that's paying you big bucks. Like I think reselling as a whole, when he says it's a hustle more than a business, I kind of agree with that. It is a hustle
I do too.
over a business.
I did a video
and
the other
Kevin's
day
awful. I mean,
that
and a moron.
addressed the. Yeah, fine. I did
Get it on a
video
shirt.
that addressed this, but I did it without attacking or mentioning any other folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would, let me tell you, if somebody comes after, and I made plenty of comments on his videos, and I never looked back. I basically made like 15 arguments that if anybody watched that video and they wanted to look at what I said and then go watch my video or 5 or 6 of my videos, they would see that every single thing I said was true. So I did that in the comments because, I do get, of course, everybody gets hurt and they're offended by whatever, but who's not going to? If you come after somebody and call them a fool or a liar or a cheat or a shill, a crook, who wouldn't get offended? And that, because I saw what happened to me on a very mild level, like you pointed out, Dave.
Yeah, it was
It
pretty
makes
mild.
me question every video I see about anybody else.
I think that's a fair approach for any of this kind of channel. If you're watching a reaction video, just assume they might be taking things out of context, things like that. Like, if you want to watch it to learn the business points that someone with a lot of business experience has, fine. But I wouldn't judge a person that he's reviewing unless I watched the source content. I mean,
I also watched,
which means maybe I shouldn't think Kevin's a moron anymore. I guess I'm over it.
Look, but that's the whole point, Dave. Is I've never presented myself as a genius or a guru or
No,
a
and I don't
that's
know
the whole
if
point.
I didn't know you, maybe he would have skewed my perspective of you. He didn't because I know you so well, so it didn't have that vibe to me.
Yeah,
But if I
I
didn't know
gotcha.
you, maybe it would have skewed my
gotcha.
my.
But I also
perception.
watched a video where he was pretty much praising somebody in our space for the right way to do it, and the mental approach to it. and
profit
whatever.
first.
It was
Probably.
no. It
profit
was
first
the guy
reseller.
Harry's friend, Josh's friend,
Yeah, and
Justin.
and
Justin resells.
I think he does. I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's one of the
saying
ones he
doesn't.
praises.
Yeah, he
Right.
praises Justin.
But
yeah.
I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out how I somehow got put in this other batch of people, and I don't even want to say that because honestly, there's a couple of these folks in this batch of people who I have tremendous respect for, and I know them personally, and I know their personal values. Like, you're attacking this guy? I got a problem with that.
yeah.
That doesn't mean there's not issues that they're doing that are wrong, and he's pointing them out, because I'm sure things that I do that are wrong, but they're not malicious. And if you
Yeah.
present them as
Well,
malicious,
that
or as a,
implication that we as resellers maliciously want people to be trapped in reselling because we want them to watch our content, that's just ridiculous.
and there
I
may
think
be
that's-
silly.
people like that. There may be, and there's plenty of we know there's plenty of crooks out there. Come on, we all
People aren't dumb. So, like, this is the problem I have with the whole thing when people get mad about courses, because I don't even have the energy to get mad about courses, because I respect people and think they're intelligent, and if they want to give money to tech and sports because they find value in it, I don't think that means they're dumb. I don't think that. Like, I think that's just how they choose to spend their money, and they enjoy the content, and I don't think that makes them a dumb
I
person.
think
because
there's also a lot of people who, for instance, I mean, look at the folks who are members here, for instance, or members somewhere else. If somebody presented a course to somebody, most people know they don't need that course. It's almost like thank you, right?
Yeah, it's like a
Problem
support
comes,
thing.
you know, I personally would never do a course unless it provided way more value than there was charged, and I just don't see a space for it in what I
Oh
do.
man,
And there's
I'll tell
nothing
you.
out here that's not readily available for
The-
anybody for free.
There's okay, so here's the thing. There is, I think, so in the cooking space, let's talk about the cooking space. There are people selling courses. There's a guy I respect that sells a course. I've met him. He has a Facebook group and all this other stuff, and his course is like $1,200. And none of it is required. But he sells it, and he sells it well because I hate to say it, but yes, YouTube has all the information. That doesn't mean you know how to search for the information. It doesn't know you need to search for ND filters because you don't even know what an ND filter is. So if you really can create a course that has everything they need in a perfect order that they can follow step by step, maybe there is a little value in that.
I'll give you an example. I'm sorry I'm cutting Carrie out. I'm talking so much here, but I'll give you an example. So, like for me, like right when the AI stuff came out, right, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm going to get behind. And you see all these ads for like, here, 14 days and you'll know everything AI. You know, everything in my body tells me this is stupid and it's not needed. But part of me thinks, because I'm not a technology guy, I'm not whatever, it's like, yeah, you know, it's cheap enough. Just it'll give me those steps and I'll get caught up, right? Even though I know
Did you
it's
do
not
it?
needed.
Did you buy it?
I didn't do it.
I paid for a course. I paid for a TikTok
Okay,
course
there you
after
go.
already having 100,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And part of it was just exploratory. I kind of wanted to see. But the biggest thing was like, I kind of wanted to do the private conference call with the educator because I thought that would be valuable to have him look at
You
my
thought she was hot.
TikTok. No, it was a guy.
Oh.
I mean, he might have been hot. I don't remember.
So I know
But
there's resellers out
I
there.
wasted. It was like $100, so it wasn't like freaking $1,200. But that was a huge waste of money. It did nothing for me.
Right. But there's people out there, you know, maybe they want to start and they have no knowledge. Like, I don't even know how to set up an eBay account kind of thing. And it's like, okay, if I just get this and pay this little bit and then it'll help me get whatever. So I personally don't want to. I'd rather say, hey, go watch, you know, this guy. He does tutorial videos, for instance, and just watch his playlist.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
tons
I'd rather
of tutorials.
just tell him to do that, right?
But at the same
Scott, for
time, like, here's another thing here's a, what's it called? Analogy? I think it's called an analogy. I'm having a brain fart. But if Carrie and I wanted to get buff, which we do, we're thinking about it. We're like, it's a
on the
2030 goal. But if we want to get
Before I'm
buff,
50.
like, we can go get the gym membership, which we both already have probably. But that's not going to get us fit. And watching YouTube videos about what to do at the gym, that ain't getting me fit. What probably would get me fit is hiring a coach, a personal trainer, that literally held me accountable, made sure I showed up, and then told me exactly what to do. I think there's value in that sort of stuff, even if all the information is available on reselling or creating cooking videos. I think if you actually found someone who was like a willing coach and you paid them and they literally would coach you through how to do eBay, they'd be there to support you like mentally. It's like a bookkeeper, Kevin. We don't need bookkeepers. But dang, is it nice to have a bookkeeper? Takes a lot of stress off, doesn't it? Like,
if I wanted to do what he does, you know, I don't. It's not my mindset.
No, I don't
Never
wanna do
in a
any of
million
this either.
years, right? That doesn't mean it's wrong. Doesn't mean hundreds of resellers can go do it and do better than they're doing here or worse. Because you know, some people will look. There's tons of resellers out there that are failing right now and that are searching for answers. You know, if I wanted to do something completely different that I knew nothing about, there might be some value in it.
well, I don't know if you saw this one, Carrie, but Pegasus was making fun of Daily Refinement for saying everything you need. He like takes this clip and he uses it a lot, where Daily Refinement's saying everything you need to know about how to resell is already on YouTube for free. But then he gets upset at Daily Refinement for selling a course. To me, like the minute you
They're
are willing
not
to admit
mutually
that,
exclusive.
yeah, as long as you're willing to say, hey, you can get this information for free, but I'm selling a course, then I don't have a problem with it. Because
What
people
happened
just
to
want the
Is Daily for Refinement still doing
he
stuff?
still has the paid Patreon group for sure,
Oh.
and his podcast. So I don't know.
Didn't he
I thought
sell
it was
whatnot?
I don't know. I
he had
think
people
so.
selling for him on Whatnot for a while. I don't know whatever happened with that. I thought I heard there was some. Anyways, won't get into
Well,
that because
listen,
I'm uninformed.
If Pegasus wants to know how to sell Coca-Cola items to become wealthy, I'm your man. Because I can't believe if you would have told me I was walking out that day and buy a room full of Coca-Cola, I was like, you're out of your
let's get back to
mind.
sourcing. This was fun. Carrie, the German lady, I was telling you, I've been to her before. She's very sweet. I bought a few.
Oh,
things
she's a
from her in the
sweetheart.
past. Yeah, and she loves the twins. I've been there with the twins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, my mom and
she's
yeah.
yeah, she's a gem. It was fun just hearing her talk, and every time Dawn brought more stuff, she was like, "Oh my goodness, wow." What are like? She was just astounded that Dawn was going to buy it all, and
I try to
she was
buy
a
like
sweetheart.
1 or 2 things every time because she does a lot of yard sales. You'll see her probably every 3.
See,
or
I didn't
4
realize.
months.
I thought she was like about to move or something was going on. So
I don't know.
That's good.
And she has like her sister or someone there all the
Yeah,
time. There's like a second lady.
Yeah, there's
Sweet.
the second lady. I'm not sure. Sister,
In the last
probably.
video, they were like building pyramids with their baskets and stuff, and I was helping them. It was pretty funny.
That's cute. No, she was a sweetheart.
So, Kevin, you had a big Coca-Cola buy. Carrie had an Easter buy, and you said you
I had a
went-
vintage
Dawn
hat buy
went
this
again.
week. I had a bunch of cool
Yeah.
buys this week. I feel like.
The hat buy was from the card shop, though.
Yeah, it was an unexpected one. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting to. I
That's
walked into
interesting.
the card shop and the dude had just spent a big chunk of money, a bunch. I probably shouldn't say how much, but more than what we would typically spend. And he bought out like an entire estate, and it was complete sets from the '60s that were almost entirely autographed, from what I understand, from in-person autographs and bats. I think he got like 60 1987 top sets, just like stuff that's tough to deal with. And, he doesn't deal with hats and clothing. So
Kevin,
he's like,
stop with the hand. You're freaking me out. Are
Sorry.
you signing something? Is that like an SOS? What are you doing? Are you having a stroke?
All right, now you're going to be like my wife. There's a few things I do.
Keep it below the
I
waist if
normally
you're going
do
to be
it down
weird.
here. Whatever.
Yeah,
You're the
it's-
guy that can't. Your leg is shaking right now so
Oh, it
fast
is.
nobody
Yeah,
can
no,
see it.
but
So
they
don't
can't
give me
see
any
it.
crap.
That's
I have A&W root beer Tourette, so I understand how that is. So,
Oh my god.
but yeah, no, so he didn't know what to do with that stuff, and I got that whole bag, like 25, 30 hats, and I felt bad. I'm like, I'll give you 80, and he said yes, which made me realize I went too high. I could have asked a lot, offered a lot
My dad
less.
told me that, Carrie. My dad was like, I paid this Barbie deal, and he's like, you're losing it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you could have got those $50 cheaper. And I'm like, you
I
think
know.
so? And he was right. I knew he was right. But it's because I gave the number.
He
Because
wouldn't.
I didn't want to lose out on him because there was people around there, and I just wanted them all.
He refused to give me a number was the
the
problem. So I kind of put which was smart negotiating on his
Yeah.
part.
Yep.
And then I'm like, what's
No,
the
see,
number
Carrie,
where I
you
can
gotta
get
have
it without without offending somebody? So I figured it was about 80.
You got to
and
have
that
the
worked.
guts to be like, oh, you don't want to say a number? Fine, I'm leaving.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
Oh,
give
dude.
a number.
It's
I did-
I struggle with that. It's
I
hard.
have
Yeah.
a video coming out with Honest Tim, and Honest Tim, I'm sure you guys know Honest Tim. I hope you do if you watch my video. And he's been a reseller for a long time, flea market. Like we're dancing back and forth in this video for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this is so stupid. We both know we're gonna end up on this thing, but he would not give a number. He would not give a number.
Jeez.
And finally, I gave it, and I gave it because I knew it was going to be $200 more, and so I gave it $200 under, and of course we got to $200 more, which was like a third of what I was going to sell it for. It's like we could have just
Is this kind of
in 2 seconds.
that's kind of like, isn't it kind of like chewing on Zone or Zen or smoking? It's like a pleasurable thing to like have
Yeah.
that negotiation. Like some of those guys just love it. It makes me feel horrible. I hate it. I hate it.
Well, I think that I don't know. I don't mind saying the first number if it's the number I'm happy with. I know that's like not good reseller quorum, but like if I know I'm willing to pay 100, like I'll just say 100. I don't
You could also
problem is
just
you
say
gotta know who
100
you're
and not
dealing
go
with.
up.
You got to know who you're dealing with. If you're dealing with somebody who does this, who's waiting for that number's going to go up. So
Yeah.
you have to give a number.
you gotta give the
little
lower
less
number,
than what
yeah.
you wanted to do, and then
Yeah.
sometimes they say yes, and then your viewers get ticked off at you.
That's why I said 80 because I was willing to do 100,
Yeah.
but I didn't want to do either. But I did 80.
Here's a conundrum I've got for you guys you can help me with. I wasn't sure where to list this for, like how much to list it for. So I got this, something like this. It's Laurel and Hardy, and they're hanging on a rope basically, and you can see, I don't know, the bigger guy's butt crack, right?
Oh, nice.
You see that? And so there's one listed for $650, $285, $130 is clearly broken, and that's like pretty much all of the listed.
None sold.
There's one sold. There's one sold. This one here for $133. Mine also has a little dog for some reason, and I'm not sure if the little dog is part of it. Like the dog looks like he's like chasing them. So I might
Biting
have a
his
more
butt.
complete version. So do you think I do like 130 or do I go with these higher
No, you go
comps?
higher.
You think go with the
Well,
higher?
I would go under. Do the higher comps have the dog?
No. No,
They
I don't
don't?
see the dog with these ones, no.
Okay. So no dog. So yours
But I mean,
has
this guy's
more
ridiculous.
than this.
650. How does he have 29 watchers at
I
650?
would probably go about. I personally would go somewhere around 200, but you can go closer to the 285 if you want to. I would be
Maybe
under
199.
250. I'm going
Yeah,
250.
250.
Okay.
And wait, I mean, you may not get it, but
No,
who cares?
yeah, but
Just
it's worth
wait.
a shot. Yeah, who knows?
250.
I mean, there's 3, but I mean, if they're all missing the dog,
Well, I mean,
then
like a lot of
they're
people
not selling.
Kevin's age, they love Laurel and Hardy and that kind of stuff. So I
I'm
think there's a
surprised
market
like,
for
Laurel
it.
Hardy goes for that much. Like the three.
I'm
Stooges.
surprised too. Like, aren't all the Laurel and Hardy people? They're not around anymore. That's like 1930s stuff, ain't it?
Mm.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like the
That's
Three
like-
Stooges, right?
That's like Fat Rat
It's
times.
before the Three Stooges, I think.
really. Yeah. Okay,
Well,
I'll
maybe
try
not.
it. I
I sold a
figure
Three
that part
Stooges
out.
item. That's kind of weird. Let's see here. I sold a T-shirt. I bought this in Florida, Dave. I bought it down there when I was out one day, kind of on my own while you were keeping me out of the house or something 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and it finally sold. It's just a single stitch Three Stooges shirt, 19.
Yeah,
bucks.
they're really the same era. Three Stooges and Laurel Hardy, 1920s to 1960s, basically.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Little Rascals and stuff.
I mean,
like
they're
that.
not dead, dude. They're people born in the
But there was no
40s
reincarnation
and
of them.
50s are still alive. Like they
Well,
watch
well,
it as a
no,
kid.
yeah. If you watched Laurel and Hardy in the heyday, yeah, you would be around, but you would be
Yeah.
like in your 80s.
No, my mom. My mom was born in 56.
Yeah, but it was reruns
She
and
was-
stuff. It
yeah,
wasn't
she
like
was
the
watching-
fresh
I was
stuff.
watching
reruns.
Bewitched in the 90s. Like
I was
why wouldn't
watching,
she be watching
Happy Days a
reruns?
little bit. I don't
There
know.
wasn't
man.
as much
I saw
content.
Laurel and
Happy
Hardy
Days
a
in
little
that
bit,
one.
like on VHS
Yeah.
back in the day.
I bet you my mom watched a lot of. I bet the 50s babies watched a lot of Laurel and Hardy because there wasn't as much content, so you're watching more reruns that era. So I feel like it was. I don't know. I feel like the Boomer generation still has a Laurel and Hardy, like memory.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, they may not have even watched a ton, but their parents could be nostalgic for it. Their parents could have talked about it a lot.
Well, think about the stuff
You
you
know-
watched, Carrie. You watched all your dad's old shows.
Oh, all the time. My dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
I
same
watched
deal.
Errol Flynn movies from
Yeah,
So I love
You're a
watching
millennial.
movies. Yeah.
Millennial actually.
That's right. There's a reboot of the Rockford
Yeah, Millennial,
Files.
that's
coming
true.
out. I'm excited about it.
A reboot of what? The Rock, the Sean
The
Connery.
Rockford Files.
Oh,
Oh yeah, they're redoing
interesting.
Rockford Files. They
Yeah,
redid
yeah.
Perry Mason. They're redoing everything from Kevin's days.
Kevin, I think I'm going to
Perry
read The
Mason was
Lonesome
not
Dove.
My day. Oh, really?
I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook. I think it's on my list.
Who wrote that? Dude,
They're
Lonesome Dove.
redoing the Danny Thomas show.
You're gonna,
they're doing
you've
everything
never
from your
watched
day.
the Lonesome Dove stuff?
I've never watched it, but I think I'm going to listen to the audiobook. I think that
Dude,
the book I'm
watch it.
assuming came first. It's Larry McMurdy. Larry McMurdy.
I said
yeah.
Larry McCourt. It's Frank McCourt did Angela's Ashes. That's a great book. You should read that too. So you should watch. I know you're doing your whole book thing and you're collecting books now. I heard.
I have
that on
one
your
book.
thing.
I bought one book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have my one
Oh,
book
nice.
There you go.
yeah,
But
from my
I-
collection.
You should really. Robert Duvall just died.
I
I'm
saw-
telling
he was
you-
95.
That. I love Cool Hand Luke, so I like old stuff.
Never seen
But
that either, but yeah.
You want to see one of the best collection of actors and actresses in a series like that? Nothing is better than Lonesome Dove. Nothing.
It's Brandon's favorite. My friend Brandon. You know,
It is
TV,
amazing.
It's his favorite.
I love it. You probably won't like it, Dave. There's a lot of
I bet I'll
slow
like the audio.
movement and
I bet I like the
yeah,
audio.
Probably so.
I probably wouldn't
Probably
like the
so.
show, but I probably like the book. Okay, so let's talk about sales now, Kevin. This is your moment to shine, baby.
Right. I don't know. I was kind of down. Yesterday was a bad day. I had a great week when I was gone. Like, it was stupid. Like, I left for a few days and I sold like $1,500 and stuff when I was gone, not doing anything, which was cool. And then I got back just shipped them. And then I got back and had tons of sales. So that was kind of neat. But yesterday sucked. So what am I selling? Bunch of just but lots of it. lots of
Yeah.
$15, $20 items.
Yeah.
Oh, I sold a what is that? Tyco.
I sold a
one
bunch
Mike's
of
items
Topps
sold.
Chrome Doom
Some of the
Blaster
magazines
boxes,
I picked
Carrie.
up and did a list
Oh, did you?
with. They're already
Like
selling.
15
In
bucks
a
a
lot?
piece.
Oh, really?
Oh, I've got
Yeah,
Nice.
it's 15 bucks. I have a lot left. So
What?
I just blaster boxes of cards.
Hello.
They're just like the retail boxes you would
Says
buy
trying
at
to reconnect.
Walmart and stuff.
Yeah. Kevin's having technical issues. He's
Oh, he's gone. And he's gone. And he's gone.
Oh, we got the
Call Mel.
Commonwealth
Call
back
Mel.
to his normal self.
Call Mel. Get her back on the show.
Oh gosh, I hope it didn't just delete his file. That'd be bad.
Dude, that would suck.
That would suck.
Does that happen?
It can happen on here, yeah. Hopefully he's back in just a mo.
Wow.
Do, 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 do,
I sold, I just looked. I mean, I saw my cards and everything, but I just realized I must have just sold it an hour ago or something. I got a bunch of those WNBA, bag clips. You know those like mystery bag clip things with different toys you can get at Walmart? Sometimes they're Pokemon. This was like WNBA, so women's basketball. And I'd gotten 3 bags at like $3 a piece. And each bag had 4 or 5 figures in it. And I sold the first one for 15 or 20, and then I sold the last 8 for 40 shipped just, I guess, today. So that's cool.
Wow. When did
They
you
were
get
only-
those?
I got those like at a City Thrift in Daytona like 3 weeks ago, a month ago.
Okay.
They would have sold faster, but I literally had them sitting here forever, and I finally, as part of like my dailies, like I'm going to start listing this stuff more, and it's paying off, so that's good.
I spent like $1,000 at yard sales yesterday.
$1,000?
Yeah. It was
Dang,
it was
dude.
a lot of like well there's the estate sale which I spent like 100, and then I went to another sale. I don't remember what I bought there, but I spent like 100 there, and then I spent 700 at one sale. And that's where I got the Sega CDX, which
That
I
was
paid
cool.
300 for. But it had one game in it that sells for 300. And then the console itself sells for like 600 or 700.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then
What was the
I don't know if
game?
I didn't see 'em. It's like it was like a special launch bundle of the console. You know how like Wii Sports was a thing?
Yeah.
And it came in the little like paper thing, and people would like just have the disc and lose the paper
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
because it's not like a real case.
Yeah,
it's
I
one of
remember.
those. But for the Sega CDX, basically it's like 4 CDs in like a paper thing. And obviously people didn't hold on to that because it was like a Dolphin game, a Sonic game.
Yeah. I had the Saturn,
something
which
like that.
came out after the CDX, and it came with the Echo, I think, and it came with
Yeah,
Daytona.
Echo was one of them.
It came out with Daytona not wrestling, but race car driving or whatever, Daytona
Yeah.
NASCAR. That was fun. And like
Yeah.
Virtua Fighter, you remember Virtua Fighter?
Yeah.
That was pretty intense for the time.
So people didn't like, if I went on Caleb's site, the Quick Flips or whatever, he doesn't even have this thing listed. It's that uncommon. And
Wow.
I reached out to Nerd Nation. Remember Nerd Nation, right?
Yeah.
And
He's
he
got a
reached out
store
to
now,
a
I
friend. Yeah, he reached out to a friend who's like knows all the games, and his friend said $250 at least, but there's none available, so I should list it higher. So
Wow.
just for that one game.
Heck yeah.
So and then the CDX, hopefully I can get with the case 700.
The
but we'll
1,000's
see.
solid, man. Like,
Yeah.
when I go to card shows, I do pretty good. I usually do 200 or 300 a weekend,
Yeah.
but there's been weekends where it's 600, 700.
Yeah.
I've done more, but yeah, like a yard sale weekend, it's been a while since I've done more than a couple hundred for
It
sure.
was just this one. I mean, the other thing I bought was I spent $400 with him on models. Like model submarines, model airplanes, Apache helicopters, but like
Are they new?
It-
or were
yeah,
they?
they're new. They're new. They're not like off the clippy clips things. And
Open
everything.
box, but they're all
Yeah,
attached still.
yeah. And I think I got like 30 of those too. And like
What'd
some
you
of
pay
them
on those?
are 400. But
Oh, wow.
some of them are like freaking $200 individually on eBay,
Dang,
like with
that's
frequent
pretty-
sold.
Those are
So
cool
I
too.
think,
Those are fun
yeah.
to. Those are fun. Those are
Yeah, I
fun.
like those,
fun
yeah.
to list and stuff.
Yeah, so that was fun. Is Kevin coming back?
I
Kevin
don't know.
said,
Is Kevin okay?
I'm not sure what to do. Please keep this tab open until upload is done. Oh, good. Good. All right, we're going to end the show, and we're going to try to get the footage.
Okay, guys.
Bye.
We'll see ya.